When the match have been started and we have all the players and goalkeepers ready, the actions will be happened during the match. So we need to take the different operation with our function keys now. Let's get to the detailed operation with our function keys. We can see from this picture. Now, this is our function toolbars of our system, and this is the most important part of our system. We can see that there are many function keys here, and we will have a detailed introduction later, one by one. First, this is obviously the wording. It's a yellow card. After this, we may get a 2-minute suspension. Seriously, we may get a disqualification, or more seriously, it's a disqualification with report. T stands by the referee's timeout of the team timeout. This is block. This is offensive foul. This is other arrows. And we can see obviously it's a bad pass, bad receive, and dribble. This is 2 many steps, and this is enter the area. This one is a defensive style. Defensive style, normally we will not take any record now, but in the future we will do it because it's also one of the most important part of our statistics job. For these ones, we can see that it's green ones. Normally, it refers to some mistakes or some not good parts during our attacking. And we can see that there are also 6 function keys, which is red. It normally refers to some good aspects of during our attacking. The first one is team fast break. This one is individual fast break. This one is 7-meter course. This means breakthrough. This means assistant pass. And the last one is free throw. Okay, this is just a brief introduction of our function toolbars. We will have a detailed introduction later, one by one. Now, let's get to the detailed introduction of the function keys. First of all, we will see the fouls during the statistics. We can see that there is a warning for yellow card, 2-minute suspension, disqualification, and disqualification with report. Normally, we will know the meaning of the warning, 2-minute suspension, and disqualification. If there is 2 serious unsportsmanlike behaviors, there may be disqualification with the report from the referees. And we can take the record like this. Player's number and the function keys. We can see how to do it in the system. For example, this is our system of the interface. We can see that for these fouls, how we can do it. First of all, it's a number first. And if we get a warning, we can just click the warning directly. This is, we can see that number 2 have a warning. This is the same with a 2-minute suspension. If number 2 have a foul again, so he will get a 2-minute suspension after he gets a warning. Number 2, 2-minute suspension. So we can see that it's number 2 have a suspension. And for example, if someone gets a very serious unsportsmanlike behavior, so he will get a disqualification. If, for example, number 5 from Team Germany have a disqualification, it's number 5, and click disqualification. So we can see that number 5 have disqualification fouls. If the disqualification is not enough for the player, we may have a disqualification with report. So we still click the court like number and the disqualification with report. In the record content, it will be the same, but in our official match report, it will be shown up as DR. It means disqualification with report. And we will have also attached some remarks from the referees also. So this is the fouls of the 4 functions. How we use it, it's very simple. It's only 2 steps. First one is number. Second one is the function keys. Finish. Now let's move on to the timeout. There are two timeouts when we have the meaning of the T. One is referee's timeout, another one is team timeout. If we have a referee timeout, it's very normal during the competition. If there is some player injuring or the floor need to wiped or any other movements need to referee to have a timeout, there is a timeout. If we do this, we can follow the order like this. We click T directly. This is the most easiest way during our operation. And next is team timeout. Team timeout is just one more step before we click T. Is we click the team name and we click T next. We can just show you in our interface. For example, the match have moved on like this, and now there is a timeout by the referee. So we just click T directly. We can see that the time stopped, and this place is blinked always. It reminds you the time is stopped now. So don't forget to start the clock again. If we want to start the clock after the ending of the referee timeout, we just click T again. So the time just goes on and on. Everything moves back to the normal. And if we want to have team timeout, we can see that where is the team? Team is here. This is the name of the team, Germany and China. So if Team China want to have a timeout, China timeout. It's very easy. And so it's the same, the time stopped, and this place is remaining blinking always until the ending of the team timeout. If the team timeout is end, so we just click T only, not again the team and the T, just the T to start the clock again. So it's very easy. If there is only the referee timeout, we just click T directly and only. If there is team timeout, we should click the name of the team first and then click the T to stop the clock. And to open the clock, to start the clock, it's the same. Just to click T again to start the clock. Now let's move on to the block. Shots blocked refer to the shots blocked by defenders. Shots blocked must be recorded in the following order. We can see that it's a shooting player and a blocked sport and the function of the block. And by blocking player, we can show you in the interface of our system. Number 2 of Team Germany want to have a shooting, but unfortunately it's blocked by the player from Team China. We can show you like this. First of all, it's the shooting player. For example, it's number 2. And then, well, he is blocked. Maybe here. Blocked by number 5. So it's number 2, want to shooting here, but blocked by number 5. We can show you again. Number 5, want to shooting here, but blocked by number 7. So it's number 5, want to shooting here, but blocked by number 7. If you do not want to input a number, you can ignore it by clicking the message bar. Just means that if you didn't see clearly which one blocked the ball. So you can just click number 2, shooting here, but blocked by someone. You didn't see clearly the number, so you just click the blank places of this interface. Anywhere is okay. So it's just number 2, line shot was blocked. Because you didn't see clearly which one blocked this ball, so you just take there is no one who is blocking this ball. Okay, let's move on to the next function keys. We can see 4 function keys here: offensive foul, bad pass, bad receive, and double dribble. We list all the 4 function keys here together because they're taking the same recording order as the following. We can see that it's attacker's number plus the function keys, and last is the defender's numbers. So we can show you in the interface. First of all, bad pass means a pass that is impossible to be caught. It's a mistake by the one who wants to pass the ball to his teammate. For example, number 2 from Team Germany has a pass to his teammate, but the pass is too high or too low, so his teammate cannot receive the ball. So we say that number 2 has a bad pass. Number 2, click the number, and click the function keys of bad pass. If there is no one to get the ball because the ball goes out of the boundary, we just click the blank places of the interface. But normally, you are supposed to input the number of the defenders of the opponent team who can get the ball after the bad pass. For example, number 2 want to have a pass, and number 4 from the opponent team noticed his intention and intercept the ball. After the bad pass, we click number 4 then. So we can show here number 2 has a bad pass, and number 4 from the opponent team intercept this ball. Let's move on with a bad receive. Bad receive means a pass that is not received because of the receiver's mistake. It's not the mistake of the one who passes the ball anymore. It's a mistake of the receiver. So if we want to show the bad receive, we just choose the number, for example, number 4, and the bad receive. If there is no one get the ball, we click the blank places. If there is someone to get the ball after your bad receive, we say that, for example, number 5 has a bad receive, and number 5 from the opponent team get the ball. We can get the notice that number 5 has a bad receive, and number 5 from the opponent team steal this ball. Okay, for the dribble, we have 2 meanings of the dribble. The first one is someone who is dribbling the ball all along the way. He maybe want to pass the ball later, or he want to shoot by himself, so he just dribble all the way. But during the process, he just lost the ball because of the interruption of someone from the opponent team, or just he lost it by himself. If he lost it by himself, we just click the number and the dribble mistake and click the blank places to indicate that he just lost the ball during his own dribbling process. But if it's because of someone's interruption from the other team, it means that number 4 has dribbled and lost the ball because of the interruption from someone to the opponent's team, for example, number 4. So that number 4 from Team Germany has a dribble mistake, while the number 4 from Team China gets this ball. And there is another meaning of the dribble, its meaning is double dribble. So if there is only simple double dribble, we say that number 4 double dribble, and click the blank places to indicate that there is a double dribble because of your own mistake. If it's also interrupted by someone from the opponent team, we also be supposed to input the number of the opponents. For example, number 3 has a double dribble because of the interruption of someone from the opponent's team. For example, number 6. So it's clearly to see that number 3 has a double dribble because of the interruption of the number 6. Offensive foul. Offensive foul means that is running to, jumping to, and screening the opponents of the attackers. It's a mistake by the attackers. If we have such kind of mistake, we click the number of the attacker's number. For example, number 2 from Germany has offensive foul to someone. If you see someone's number, you are supposed to input the number at the final step. For example, number 3 from Team China. So we can see that it's number 2 has an offensive foul to number 3 from Team China. If there is no one or you cannot see clearly which one is the person from the opponent team, you just click the blank places. Like this, number 2 has a fancy foul, but you didn't see clearly which number from the opponent's team, you just click the blank places to finish this action. Number 2 has a fancy foul, but we didn't indicate the people from the opponent's team. So this is the 4 functions usage. We can just move on. Let's move on with the 2 functions here. We notice that there is 2. One of this is too many steps, and the other one is enter the area. They are very easy to operate. Only 2 steps. It's attacker's number and the function keys. It's the same as we take the procedure of the fouls. It's only the player's number plus the function keys. The other arrows means the other offensive arrows besides all the arrows we mentioned above. It's not normally happen during the attacking, and we can take some examples. First of all, is any violation during an execution after restart signal, or just a passive play, or if you want to pass a ball, but the arm with the ball is out of the boundary. Such kind of conditions, we can call that the other errors. This can be recorded like this. Attacker's number plus the function key. We can do it in our system. For example, it's number 4 has a passive play, so we call that number 4 other arrow. We click the blank places, indicate that there is no one to cause this mistake. So this is all the green parts of the arrows, and except for the last one, it's a defense style. We can see that defending style, it means that it's different style we use it for defending. We will record it in the future, and it's also important for our statistics job. The purpose of a recording defense formation is to count up the percentage of the time when a team uses different types of defense formation. So this is all the part of the green parts. Let's move on to the red parts of the function toolbox. Now this is the red parts. We can see 4 function keys here. This one is team fast break. This one is individual fast break, free throw, and break throw. We can see the recording orders of these 4 function keys. First of all, attacker's number, then the function keys. Next is a shooting sport of the attackers. Finally, the landing sport of the ball. We can show you the examples during our operation in our system. Okay, let's first introduce the team fast break. Team fast break means when there is more than 1 passes from the start till the end of the fast break. We can take the orders like this. For example, number 2 of Team China, finally they get the ball after many passes from the teammate of the fast break, number 2, and then the team fast break and the shooting sport. Finally, the landing sport of the ball. The last 2 steps is the same as introduction when we introduce the shooting sport and the landing sport of the ball. So it's number 2, have a team fast break, shooting sport, and the landing sport of the ball. It's very easy. Individual fast break. Individual fast break means when there is only 1 pass or at most 2 passes from the goalkeeper or the last teammate, then you can get the chance of fast break and then you shoot. So we say that it's number 2, have a individual fast break and shooting here, the landing sport of the ball. We can show you again. Number 2 from Team Germany has got the pass from the goalkeeper and shooting here and the landing sport of the ball. If the ball didn't score, we just do like this. Number 5, individual fast break, shooting here, it's missed. We can do like the same. Okay, this is individual fast break. Let's move on with a breakthrough. Breakthrough means when a player holding or dribbling the ball but breaks through the defense line of the opposing team and shoots near the line. We call this type of attack breakthrough. The recording order is like the following: number and the function keys, and finally you shoot. This is the shooting sport, and finally the landing sport is post. For example, number 2 have breakthrough, and you shooting here and missed. So it's a breakthrough. Finally, let's go to the free throw. Free throw, it means that after the opponent commits a violation of rules that causes a team in possession of the ball to lose it, the team in possession of the ball will get a chance of free throw. If at the same time the referee also gives a signal of passive play to the team in possession of the ball, the attacker may shoot directly when they start the free throw. We can also get the video example from the videos after all the introduction. We can show you the recording order of the free throw. Number 2, have a free throw. The shooting sport, of course, along the line of the free throw line, because it's a free throw. Okay, it's a shooting sport, and finally it's a landing sport. Another example. Number 2, have a free throw. Here, and go. So this is a free throw. This is a function key. We call that 7-meter course. We can take in the recording order as this. It's attacker's number and the function key and the defender's number. Let's do it in our system. Seven-meter course refers to the award of a 7-meter throw to the offensive team as a punishment to the defending player. We say that with a 7-meter course, it means that there is a chance for the attacking team and as a punishment to the defending team because of some fouls by the defending team. If we got a chance for the defending team, we will have. If we got a chance for the attacking team, then there is a 7-meter throw as following. First, let's do it 7-meter course. First is the number of the attacking team. For example, number 2. Then the function key. After that, there is a hint and opponent's number. Who give you the opportunity to get a 7-meter throw of your team? So, for example, number 3 from Team China. So we can say that number 2, 7-meter course by number 3 from Team China. Now, let's go to the final part of this function toolbar. We can see that this is assistant pass, and we can take the recording as of order like this. Player's number plus the function key. We can show the example in the system. As regards assistant pass, if the final player who is shooting has got the clear chance of scores by the assistant pass of someone of his teammate, we call that it's a assistant pass, whatever finally it scores or not. For example, number 2 has an individual fast break, shooting here and a goal, and it's assistant pass by the goalkeeper. We're doing the record like this. But although number 2 have an individual fast break, shooting here, but saved by the goalkeeper. Because of its good assistant pass by the goalkeeper, and number 2 actually got the clear chance of scores. We say that number 1 still give the assistant pass to him. Whenever it scores or not score, just the player who is shooting got the clear chance of scores. We call that the one who give the good pass is a good assistant pass. Now, this is end of all the function toolbars here. We have all knowing about this usage of these function keys. But there is a question for us. If we have any mistakes during the fast break, whatever the individual fast break or the team fast break, if we have any mistakes like bad pass, bad receive, too many steps, and the area during the fast break, how we can use this function toolbar to show this. Let's go to the spatial function of our system. Okay, we can see one picture of the control key in here. And I believe that everyone will have such kind of the key in your computer. This is a control. And how does it work in our system operation? Let's get to have a look at it, how it works in our system. We all know that we can take such kind of function keys in our system like different actions. Control has a spatial one. We can see some small example about this. Control here, we can see that from here going to the operating system. If we get too many steps enter the area, we just click the number and click the function keys. It's very simple. So it's number 3, too many steps. But if number 3 made a mistake, the same mistake during the fast break, maybe the team is having a team fast break, or just the player is having the individual fast break himself. So how we can do it? We cannot see from here it's too many steps from a fast break. So this is how we use control. Let's see it. Number 3 first, and press control and hold down. Don't lose it and click too many steps. Okay, it's finished. Number 3, fast break, too many steps. So we can see that it's different. Fast break, here we can see that it's number 3 made such kind of mistake during the fast break. It's not a normal too many steps. It's a too many steps during the fast break. Let's review again about the usage of control key, about the enter the area. If this normal enter the area, we can see that it's number enter the area. It's finished. It's a normal enter the area. But maybe just dribbling the ball too quickly because during the fast break and you have such kind of mistake, you enter the area, we must emphasize it's a fast break enter the area. So number 11, and press down the control and hold down the control key. So at the same time, click enter the area. So a new record has been shown here. Number 11, fast break enter the area. If we don't press down the control, the fast break will not be showing. Okay, for the fast break, many people will ask, these two are also referring to the fast break, but we must pay attention to this. This team fast break and individual fast break is for shooting. It means that number have such kind of actions before shooting, and number 11, individual fast break, here shooting and go or not go. So these two fast break means shooting, fast break, shooting. But if we have such kind of other actions during fast break, we don't click these two buttons. we use control instead of these two buttons, because we cannot choose two buttons at the same time for one action. So we only to take a control key instead of faster brake, the process, instead of fast brake. So let's go back to this one. We can see that control and the number first left button. The second stage is the same time. Control and function keys. It's happened at the same time. Don't lose your finger with pressing on the control key. The next one is player's number. This is we call that is attacker's number. And the control key and this function keys and the defender's name, defender's number. We must pay attention to this. Control and the function keys must be pressed and clicked at the same time. Just press control and hold down the control key and at the same time click such kind of function keys. We can see that later by the examples. This is for the 7-meter chance. It's also the same. Attacker's number first and hold down the control key and click the 7-meter chance function keys at the same time. And then we can release the control key and click the defender's number. Let's go back to this interface to have a review of this. Number 2 is attacker. Number 2 first. Okay, the second stage is hold down the control key. Don't lose it and click the 7-meter chance at the same time. After this, we release the control key, control button, and we click the opponent's number. So we can see number 2 have a 7-meter chance during the faster brake by number 5. So this is a complete 7-meter chance during the fast brake. Let's go back to this interface. And there is last one, is special one. It's a block during the fast brake. So because as we remember that block, we must have a block place like a shooting. So we must to input the attacker's number first, and then the place will we blocked. And then we press down the control key at the same time, click the block function key, and the last is defender's name. So there is a little complicated about this. For this, we have 4 steps also. But for this stage, if it's a normal block, we just only need to click the block keys. But because it's not a normal block, it's a block during the fast brake, so we must press the control key at the same time and we click the block function keys. So we need to take a lot of practice to be familiar with this. If we cannot do it very familiarly at the first time, it's okay. We need to practice more and to get familiar with this. So we can see that we have a conclusion about the control keys. Events in fast brakes, but except the shorts. Because as I said before, if we have the shorts during the fast brake, we will use the 2 function keys of team fast brake and individual fast brake. It has a big differences with the control key. The control key means events, or more oftenly it's mistakes in faster brakes, should be recorded this way. After inputting the number of the player, just attacker, we must hold down the control key and at the same time choose the right data, choose the right function key in the main keyboard with the mouse. After practice, we will be very familiar with such kind of usage with the control. Okay, so this is control key. Let's go back to this interface. We can see that we have already finished such kind of function keyboards. And we also know new usage about this function and the 7-meter chance during the fast break. Is that what we use control during the process? After introduction of all the function keys here, we have also another question. How we can do when we want to attack the record for the defenders? For this, normally we also take the records for the offensives, for the attackers. But when we want to take the records of the defenders, how we can do? We can see there are 6 function keys here. They are all indicating the function keys of defending. Now, let's go to this one by one. The 6 are separately positioned: abstract, observe, moving, switch, and other defenses. We will explain it one by one. Position. Position means the location where the players occupies in defending. So as the defenders, so you may formate a style of your defending. So you may just, as the individual, you must choose one proper position for you to defend the attackers in case that they will shooting and go. So how we use it is very similar to the shooting. Just the player's number, but now the player's number is the defender's number. It's not attacker's number anymore. And the type of defense, now this is a position. And when, as I said before, when you remember that, the left button means go, and the right button means not go. So the same, the left means succeed, the right means fail. So if we use defender's number and position, if we use left keys, it means that the defenders has chosen a proper position and to defend the attacker to stop him from shooting very successfully. If we use the right mouse button at the last step, it means that the defender didn't find a proper position to defend from the attacker to shoot. And maybe finally the attacker have a goal. So normally we take the arrows of the defenders. So because of the arrows of defenders, the attackers has the chance of shooting. So let's moving on to the next one. This is abstract. Actually, from the picture we can see it more clearly. It means when some attacker want to go into near place to shooting, the defenders should move on and to have some body touch, body contact to stop him from moving forward, moving further and to shooting. So this means the defenders moving into the key position and block the path of the attacker on time. As a good defender, you must to move into the key position and block the path of the attack on time. That's what we call abstract. It's also the player's number, and we just click the abstract, and then the left means succeed, the right means arrow, means failed. We didn't block the attacker, and the attacker have the chance to shoot it. Next one is the observe. Observe means the player is keeping the whole situation on playing court under observation. What's the meaning of this? Just means as a defender player, you should watch carefully what happened around you. So you should watch carefully the attacker's movement, and you should keep the situation on under your observation. And we can see that the way is the same, and the operation is the same. The player's number, the first. And to click the function key, the type of defense, observe, and then the last step is result. The left means succeed, and the right means arrow. If is succeed in observation. It means as a defender, you watch carefully what happened around you and you just keep away the attacker from shooting very successfully. But if you have the error of the observe, that means you didn't watch carefully what happened around you. You let the attacker has a chance to shoot, or is the most worst thing is that the attacker has shoot and go. So this is the differences of the observe succeed and observe error. Okay, this means moving. From the picture we can see very clearly, it means the defending player is moving from one place to the other at a key moment. What is a key moment? Just in time. You must move quickly to stop the attacker, to get a chance to shoot, get the chance to have a goal. It's the same usage, just a player's number and defender's name, just the defender's name, and the type of defense moving. And left means succeed, right means fair. Switch. Switch, it means that when the defenders use a style of a man-to-man defending. So there are two man-to-man defenders will exchange their defending opponents when the attackers making a cross cooperation. So if the attackers make a cross cooperation, the defenders, because they are using the strategy of man-to-man, so they need to do it more swiftly. They should to change their opponents at the same time. So that's why we call that it's a swift. Switch also is a player's number and the type of defense switch. Left means succeed, right means error. The operation of this function key is the same as we mentioned above, like the other defense function keys. Just player's number plus the type of the defense, and the left mouse button means succeed, right mouse button means error. Until now, all of the function keys of our toolbox are introduced all. And until now, we have already learned all the types of functions of our system.